And when you get with them, they get you better jobs, more higher paying jobs. And you get job security more than if you was out here on your own getting lower paid jobs because there's nothing backing you. But for them doing that for you, you pay dues. You must pay them in order to stay in their guild. You got what I'm saying?
Always pushing health, wealth, better understanding self, and giving praise to the Most High. So check this out. In this video, I'm going over the Rickey Smiley show they did on Caleb Wilson and his hazing event that cost him to lose his life. If y'all know on my channel, I've been going hard on the Divine Nine, the organizations that, participate in this kind of activity. We've been exposing them a lot on this channel. What I wanted to hear, and I've been saying on my channel, I wanted to hear what the Omegas have to say about this. Because the Omegas have been in the news in the last couple of years for unaliving black men. We seen in Memphis, Tennessee with the police officers, and now we seeing with old boy and Caleb Wilson at Southern University. So I'm gonna go over their whole 18-minute conversation. I'm gonna break it because I think by them having majority of the guys there that are in a Divine Nine group, and I think they're not asking the right questions. And I got the questions that I would have asked, that I would have told them brothers, because I think that they put too much good on this organization. And I'm going to bring my points on all of that. But without further ado, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, put you on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Let's get it. Shout out to Captain Private KG, my boy, always showing love in the Cash App, man. Make sure y'all join the group because we're trying to get some things moving. But I appreciate you, KG.
Last month, the death of Southern University student Caleb Wilson shocked the nation. And Wilson's February the 27th passing, which has been connected to fraternity hazing, has put a negative spotlight on Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated and other Greek organization hazing practices.
Yeah, Ricky, it's so sad and unnecessary. The 20-year-old Caleb Wilson, he died as a direct result of being punched in the chest multiple times while pledging to Omega Psi Phi Fraternity. Baton Rouge Police Department Chief Thomas Morse Jr. said at a news conference.
Jeff is in the studio. We have Bishop Marvin Sapp in the studio, who's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. Jeff Johnson in the studio is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, and everybody know I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi. Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Well, one, I think it's important to say that they have charged somebody with manslaughter as of yesterday, and I think that they're saying that they're going to be a second person that actually is charged as well. I mean, I just don't think this has any place in what we do as organizations. I don't care what your organization is. I'm a member of Alpha. I appreciated that my process broke down my ego and not my humanity.
Wow.
Now, he's saying that he's happy that this process broke down his ego and not his humanity. So the problem with that is that they're trying to sell us on that this is a good thing. Even though we lost a life here, we're going to go through the history of this stuff. It's not good. You guys have been around since 1904. And that was the start of all of the havoc that was being done to the people. But I'm going to let them go. But y'all see where this is going, where how he's talking.
Ego had to be broken down to understand that I needed my brothers. But this is about breaking down people's humanity. And there's no place in organizations that are supposed to be about uplifting us for this to happen. You're talking about, and again, some of this is still.
If it's supposed to be about uplifting, what have you guys did? The only thing we can see what you guys have did was uplift yourself into political positions. into media positions. That's what we see. We don't see nothing that we can tangibly see, like what the Black Panther Party did. We don't see that from none of you guys in your organizations. We don't know you guys are doing nothing in the community as far as impact. I'm gonna let them.
Still alleged, but I think the telltale sign for me is when there was a crisis, they took this kid to the they took Caleb to the hospital and they lied about what happened.
Yeah.
They covered it up. I thought we were supposed to be men. And so if you're going to do this process, then own it. And so there's just so much wrong with this for me. That this isn't what brotherhood looks like. This isn't what manhood is. This isn't what love is about. This isn't what the legacy of our people is. This is not what the founders had in mind when they created these organizations. And that it's just unacceptable. We don't send our babies to college to die pledging an organization.
Right.
Like, what the hell are we doing?
Imagine how many people walk away that would like to pledge and decided not to pledge because they fear for their life. A lot of doctors and lawyers and business owners and gospel singers and different ones.
And let me add.
So first, I like to appreciate Rickey Smiley for just having this conversation. They tried. You know, I gotta give them respect for that. But for what he's saying now, he's saying, man, all of the people that would have joined the Divine Nine are no longer going to join because they're in fear of their life. This is what I'm saying. Instead of really breaking down, they don't want to really break this down and understanding the demonic stuff that these fraternities and sororities are all about. They're just trying to deflect and say, man, it's bad that happened, but a lot of people are not going to join. To me, it just, this sounds bad to me. You know, no accountability of, this isn't the only death that happened. It's a lot of them that's going on. A lot of people do not want their kids involved into your Divine Nine. And they got factual evidence to back it up.
I think what you just said was so powerful. The whole component of people, you know, when you become a part of one of these Greek organizations, you understand.
Why y'all black want to call yourself Greek? We don't see no other people do that. Black people are the only people right now that I know that call themselves Greek. And they not Greek. It's just a lifestyle that the Greeks created, I guess, that you guys want to duplicate. That don't even make sense. That ain't our ancestors. Those people was working for the slave masters that started all of this. It had to be. It started in 1904. This is around the same time, you know, the KKK started, you know, and they was burning our neighborhoods, our towns. We don't know you guys doing nothing. That's when your founders created this and talking about community work. What community work? We know about the Black Panther Party. We know the work they did. We don't know nothing about y'all, like any of y'all groups. It's no impact that we even heard about in the community.
That the premise and purpose of it is to be a part of a brotherhood, a community, sure, that uplifts and that builds. And you know, this really put.
So why wouldn't you want to be a part of a community of your own brotherhood? Why wouldn't it be where we would want to make sure that all of us would be in the community? Why would we want to only have it with Greek life? That lets me know that you guys want to make sure that it's not in the regular blacks into their environment. You don't want that for them, because if you're seeking it, you should want what's good for you for every man. There's no reason why y'all in groups and then you looking at other people and you know they don't have that brotherhood, but you okay with it just because you got a brotherhood. It's all fugazi.
Puts a real taint on what these organizations are supposed to be about. I mean, you know, Kappa, of course, you know, we about achievement in every field of human endeavor. So it's sad to see it happen, and I'm praying for their family, because I think that's, you know, at this particular point in time, you know, it's about his mother, father, family members, and you know,
we need to really just call on God for them.
Yeah, we want. Coincidentally, his Caleb's father just texted me. The service is Friday, March the 14th, 2025. Location Southern University and A&M College, F.G. Clark Activity Center, better known as the Mini Dome, on Harding Boulevard, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 70807. The viewing, the viewing is at 12 noon, from 12 noon to 5 p.m. The service is at 5 p.m. Saturday.
I got you, Rick. On Saturday, you all, Reverend Dr. Mitchell J. Stevens is going to lead the service at Pilgrim Baptist Church in Kenner, Louisiana. The viewing is going to be at 8 a.m. To 9:45, and the service is going to be at 10 a.m. And then the interment is at Providence Memorial Park and Mausoleum, which is also in Kenner, Louisiana.
Okay. Jeff, real quick, what do you say about to these young high school kids that are aspiring to go to college? They're excited about wanting to join one of the Divine Nine organizations, and then this story comes out.
Well, listen, this is not all of Omega Psi Phi. I mean, any more than when it happens to other fraternities and sororities, because it's happened in sororities as well. Those incidents aren't the entire fraternity or sorority. I think it, but I think that Rick and I were talking earlier, there is a culture that exists within our organizations that's antiquated. And I just think that, I think there have been times where we have brutalized each other in the name of proving something. And there's no place for that. Like, again, I appreciate process. I appreciate a pledging process. I appreciate your ego being broken down. I appreciate you bonding together with your brothers or your sisters in a process that helps you understand history, that helps you understand values, that helps you understand leadership. But the moment we start enjoying breaking down other people's humanity, we've lost sight of what it is that these organizations are supposed to be. So I would just say to young people, listen, this is not the fraternity and sorority. This is a problem that exists within.
Yeah.
Similar to.
This is Cal. This is not a problem that exists now. It's all similar. We do have problems that's similar to that, but you guys have people that you don't even accept. That's like you saying to people that you're not going to have that brotherhood. If you don't get into the Divine Nine, or if you don't get accepted, or some people that, whatever the case may be for your selection, these people feel a void. They don't feel accepted in life. These people can feel some type of way. Could be mentally abusive to them because they got to feel like they have to be accepted into your organization, and then they don't get accepted. For whatever reason, maybe they don't cut out to be. We have to denounce the importance of you guys because it's Greek life, like you said. We don't represent that. We don't want to represent that for our children. We want our children to understand our history, the important things. We understand that a lot of things with history has been tainted. And you guys look like all of you need to denounce. Because you're saying stuff that it has no impact on our community. You're not doing. Why aren't you doing the same thing and speaking the same thing so your community can have that brotherhood? All of this stuff y'all talking about. Let me let them rock because I'm gonna get
to our community. Similar, I mean, Bishop, similar to our churches. We got issues. We got some old stuff that we got to get out of there, but that's not the entire church. And so these are the things that exist within our culture. We got to be honest about them. We can't sweep them under the rug.
True.
And I think that's one of my biggest problems is so many of our organizations are worried about litigation and lawsuit.
Bro, so he says these are the things that seeped in our culture. And what I'm trying to tell you is our culture has been infiltrated. They have been using blacks to act as us, and they are now winning. We're calling out these politicians that's in your Greek life. We're calling out these people, and we like, hold on, we don't, these aren't points that we would be making. So I think that he needs to speak in the term of we have to get rid of the Divine Nine, but they're in it and they got positions, so they don't want to be saying that.
And don't deal with loss of life. And so if we're gonna really deal with how do we shift the culture, and remove the possibility of this happening, we got to be more honest than I think we have been.
Yeah. I got emotional because to get a text message from another father with funeral arrangements, you know, I know what that feels like. I know what it felt like when I talked to the gentleman. I found his number. Somebody knew him and sent me his number, and I just called him. And I sat on the phone and talked to him to hear another man on the phone cry. I ain't thinking about nothing else. I don't care about anything else. It was wrong. I can't imagine sending my kid off to college and he not come back home.
Wow.
Regardless of what organization he's a part of. I'm on this. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi, but I'm on the side of what's right. And I'm embarrassed because you got members of our frat like Bishop Joseph Walker, Ben Crump, you know, Jim Clyburn, and different ones is out here trying to do the right thing. We're trying to do the community service. We're trying to stand on the cards and do everything that the fraternity was founded on. And you got a bad, cancerous culture that's inside a lot of these organizations, and this is a result of it. And I spoke about this at one of the undergrad summits. I spoke about this. I said that this would happen, and I also said it's just a matter of time before somebody go to their trunk after being. You don't know what somebody's health pre-existing health conditions are. You don't know if somebody grew up with their stepdaddy beating on them. And then they online and they get slapped while they online, and somebody snap and go to the trunk and get a stick and wipe out a whole chapter. It could be worse.
Yeah.
I think you should have to have a psychological evaluation to be pledged in.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're putting boys through a process, you should be mentally and emotionally right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
cancel it all.
We have to talk about it. Not talking about it isn't gonna do anything.
It's not going to go away.
We sweep it up under the rug until it happens again.
Right.
We have to talk about it. We have to keep talking about it. If you want to join in instead of doing the front page, I think we should take some phone calls. Yes, we're going to talk about it. Yes, we're going to talk about it. Because change starts with us.
It does.
All the abuse that's in the family that nobody want to talk about, the uncle that beat and sexually assault family members. Nobody wants to talk about it. Bishop Jakes always talk about breaking the generational curse, because who beat the founders up? I don't see Bishop Love punching me in the chest. When I look at our founders, I don't see either one of them hitting me in the chest with a boxing glove. I don't see it. And this is just me now. And I know there's a lot of hazing going on and all that. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about us right now. And we're talking about the death of this young man that was a fellow trumpet player in Southern University's marching band.
And he right. We is talking about us, but y'all follow behind rituals from our enemies. Can we bring that up? Can we say that? Can we speak on that? Y'all are calling yourselves Greek. You feel like you gotta go Greek to be able to get brotherhood. It's just sad for our community, bro, to think that that's what they feel like we gotta go through to get the brotherhood and that in life. We gotta go sign up with a whole nother lifestyle that's not even from our ancestors.
Had his band suit laid out on the bed, ready for Mardi Gras. When his dad went to his apartment, had his band suit laid out, ready to go.
Just played at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Man, when I'm telling you, the thing tore me up so bad.
Engineering major.
Absolutely. That could have done so much good for the world, but somebody's stupidity. So we're gonna come back with your phone calls, and we're gonna lift this family up and offer condolences to them. 8669 Rickey, 8669 RICKEY, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I ain't trying to bring the mood down, but it needs to be talked about.
Absolutely. Fewer and fewer brothers. That's what I was going to say, because all the conversation on social media among the people that are not part of these organizations, they're looking at it like this is what they do. Like this is what every fraternity and every sorority.
That is what y'all
that's
do.
the narrative that's out there. Because people don't know. Like, I know nothing about Greek organizations other than when stuff like this happens, you're like, damn,
You're not
glad my
Greek.
son ain't trying to tell me, I'm gonna beat the hell out of him. But that's what people think is just the normal thing. But like you said, Jeff, breaking down the ego and breaking down humanity is two different things. Two different things. It's real. I never understood the physical thing. I went to the Marine Corps boot camp when I was 18. They break down, like you said, they break down your individuality, your ego. They push you to the limit physically, but they don't physically abuse you.
And that's also you becoming a soldier.
Yeah.
Like, this is different.
But
you're going to war.
But they're preparing you to take your individual self out of the thing, but they push you physically, mentally, to see how far you can go without breaking you, but they don't beat you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Marine Corps. They don't beat you. And that would discourage young people from wanting to join that.
And that's not why the founders founded any of these organizations. I can honestly say that. It's not why.
How you know?
25 years, March 26, 25 years in the frat, I had never put my hand on nobody. 19, and I'm proud to say that.
Yeah.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes after the hour, y'all. We're just giving people opportunity because the America is outraged. And we're talking about hazing and the hazing that caused the death of Caleb Wilson. And I am so sad this morning as a father that is Greek and have Greek children. My daughters are AKA, and I'm just saddened that somebody went off to college and didn't come home and had to get on the phone with a father and talk to him and to get a text message about funeral arrangements for his son, engineering major that he sent off to college.
Yeah.
And what were you saying during the break?
I think one of the challenges that you know, a lot of our young people face, you know, on campus is you know, the conversation is about being either made or paper, you know, and that's, you know, honestly, that's a crazy conversation in itself, you know, because, you know, the level.
He know about that because, you know, they understand that, and I'm gonna let them go, but I'm
respect that you receive from different individuals within your frat or within your sorority is based on, you know, how you came across those sands, and it shouldn't be that way, because the ultimate goal of being a part of any of these Greek organizations is about service, and it's about making an impact and a difference in the community in which you live and around the people that you are supposed to be serving. So, you know, I can remember when my daughters, they're both AKAs. My late wife was an AKA, and you know, we stressed, you know, about the importance of service. But you know, the conversation is about being paper made, and that's
crazy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that you get approached and you got to get in a fight and get cornered by somebody, you know, because you wasn't made by them and you need to be validated by them as if it's their organization.
Right.
And that's just crazy to me. And it's like and you wonder why a lot of people in all fraternities and sororities don't come around and they don't participate, because nobody have time for that. We are trying to help kids. We're trying to feed kids. I'm on the phone with George Grace, you know, our former grand, and people like Lord Jordan or whatever, who I look up to as mentors or whatever. Because when I came to the fight, I didn't have a brother.
And you said something earlier while we was off. You said, and the majority of people that's tripping, they ain't even financial.
And 70% of them, the founders would not have selected.
Wow.
I got that about Steve-O, Mighty YE. 70% of a lot of in a lot of fraternities and sororities, the founders never would have selected. And then you come in.
right, they probably would have selected some more people who would have had more impact. But it doesn't matter. Y'all trying to get whoever y'all can get to be able to push. You know, it's like having people up under you. So this whole system has to go. Rickey Smiley, and you're not saying that. It has to go. If you don't want this for everybody, if it was good enough for everybody, it could stay. If it's not, we don't need no parts of it in the black group. Y'all need to stay Greek over there and let us
organizations and make people that's really out here. I want to help the kids. I want to educate people. I want to feed the homeless. I want to do work.
Man,
I
you
make
ain't
sure
gotta be in
I have
no
always been a lifetime
fraternity to do
member
that.
and been financial.
Yeah,
I'm
lifetime too. I'm lifetime too.
I'm a member of the NAACP, the SCLC, the National Urban League. Just got an award for the UNCF. Just did Alpha Phi Alpha's convention. I did AK Alpha Kappa Alpha Boule.
Burn it all
The
down.
last 5 physical altercations I've been into it with on my own. I
Burn
ain't
them all
fighting
down.
when I do events for the Kappas and the Sigmas and nobody else. Brett, I can't even talk to you about nothing that we do because you've seen it yourself.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. It's like, so you don't even, I'm just being honest. And I'll talk more about it. I'm mad that we got to go to a funeral Saturday. Jeff, where were you going to be?
Yeah, so there are several pieces on Friday, March 14th at Southern University, A&M College, FG Clark Activity Center, the Mini Dome. That's going to be a viewing at 12 noon until 5 o'clock with services at 5. And then on Saturday, the 15th, at Pilgrim Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Mitchell J. Stevens is going to supervise the service there with a viewing from 8 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with the service starting at 10 a.m. And then there'll be an interment, Providence Memorial Park and Mausoleum, which is in Kenner, Louisiana. So it is going to be a sad weekend.
Yeah. Let's go to the calls. Good morning.
And my condolences to his family, because I have 6 boys and a girl, and I can just imagine what his family is going through. I wanted to express my condolences to the Southern University family and also to the family of the Caleb that was that passed away. But I also want to add a bit of a statement that, for one, I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I also wanted to say that there has to be something done within our organizations where the adults are making certain that our pro-fights who are on campuses understand the human brain doesn't develop fully until you're 28, 29 years old. And a lot of times these young boys who are pledging the IGs don't understand that their machismo could get them in trouble. They need to be counseled during the training phases of how to bring in a line.
Tremaine January call from Monroe, Louisiana. I just ask that God blesses that family and that peace comes upon that family. And I hope that they get whatever they deserve for what they did to Mr. Caleb.
Hi, good morning. My name is Lisa. I'm from New Orleans. I was just calling to say that I really think that this hazing thing, it starts way back in high school. And what makes it so hard and frustrating is that when the kids they call themselves crabs, and when they call a thing called crossover. So when you cross over because of what happened to you, you can't wait to do it to somebody else and inflict that same bodily pain that was inflicted upon you, and not realizing how hard it is. And yes, it does need to stop, and it is frustrating. And it's been going on for years and years and years.
Yes, I would just like to say I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and one thing about me, these pearls do not hate.
That's right. Hey, I want y'all to. I'm proud of my organization, and I'm a member for life. I believe everything that Omega Psi Phi was founded on, but right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
And that's just what it is. It ain't no matter. And Caleb Wilson is not the first to die. And we're gonna talk more about it, and we're gonna keep talking until we break the generational curse of gang activity and gang-like behavior.
That's what it is. It's gang life. So, man, let me know what y'all think about this, man. Ain't nobody saying cancel them. We hearing everything but cancel them. You seen what Southern University did to them. They suspended all activities from them, and they should do it indefinitely on every campus. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. I'm about to drop the petition, man. I'm about to drop the petition for Caleb, man. But let me know what y'all think. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love.
You are totally dependent on other people to take care of your needs because you don't have those roots sunk into the ground. To have a community, you must have 3 things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.